Have you ever wondered why the college football rankings you see early in the season look different from the ones that decide who plays for the championship? It can be a little puzzling to see teams shuffle around and then get a whole new list later in the year. The primary reason college football polls and the college football playoff rankings vary is because they are created by different groups, using different criteria, and for different purposes. They are simply not the same system. Early season polls, like the Associated Press poll or the Coaches poll, are essentially opinion-based rankings. These polls are made up of votes from sports journalists and active college football coaches. Each voter brings their own perspective, biases, and observations to the table. They consider factors like a team's reputation, the eye test of how a team looks on the field, and overall performance. Because these are individual opinions, you will naturally see a wide range of rankings and variations each week. In contrast, the college football playoff rankings are determined by a 13-member selection committee. This committee watches games, reviews detailed statistics, and deliberates together to choose the best teams in the country. Their protocol specifically outlines considerations such as conference championships, strength of schedule, head-to-head results between teams, and comparative outcomes of common opponents. This more structured, deliberative approach by a dedicated group with specific guidelines often leads to different conclusions than the individual voter polls. One key insight is understanding that the traditional polls start ranking teams even before the season begins, based largely on preseason expectations and last year's performance. The College Football Playoff Committee, however, does not release its first rankings until later in the season, typically in late October or early November, after teams have played a significant portion of their schedules. This timing difference allows the committee to evaluate actual, on-field performance and strength of schedule more thoroughly. So, while the early polls help build excitement and spark discussions among fans, the college football playoff rankings are the official barometer for postseason selection. Understanding these distinct approaches helps you appreciate the journey each team takes and the many different ways their accomplishments are evaluated throughout a thrilling college football season.